In this video, I'm gonna show you how to play I Just Wanna Praise You. Just stay till the end. I just wanna praise you forever and ever and ever for all you've done for me. Blessings and glory and honor, they all belong to you. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing me. I just wanna praise you forever and ever and ever for all you've done for me. Blessings and glory and honor, they all belong to you. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing me. I just wanna praise you forever and ever and ever for all you've done for me. Blessings and glory and honor, they all belong to you. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing me. So the first chord, the way I look at it, it's almost as if I had a B major 9, right? So inside of the B major 9 chord, you see you have a F sharp in there. So that's the F sharp that I have here on the bottom here, right? So that's when I'm looking at the notes by themselves. But in reality, that's D dominant. Or let's say suspended, right? It's almost as if I was doing this, right? You see it sounds similar. It's just this is a little more advanced, right? You have a lot more going on inside of that chord, and we have, so that's D flat. You could do it just like this if you want to. Like, it would almost be the same thing, but I did add 9 here, and this I did it as if I was doing a flat minor, A flat minor 9th, and then I have this diminished here. You could see it as the D flat diminished, or since I'm doing it like a drop 2, you could see it as a G diminished, and then I go up chromatically to the A flat diminished, and then so that's a rootless voicing. That would be a D13. I'm wondering, isn't it what they call a 6 chord, 6/9? Is it? Help me out. Yes, it is definitely what they call a 6/9. So that's D flat 6/9 chord, right? So I have the 6 here and then the 9 here, and that's the dominant, right? So that's one of the chords you do when you're doing quartal voicings, right? So if you are familiar with your circle of fourth, that should be easy. So my friend, we are trying to grow this channel, and you know it already. We cannot do it without you. So please, I'm begging for your help. All I'm asking for, leave a like, a thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comment section. I don't care. You could just tell me where you're watching from. You have no idea how much this helps with the video's performance. So please like and comment. Or if you don't want to do all that simagri, you could just do this. Ba, 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 ba. That I just wanna thank you. Right? Because there's two versions. There's two versions that I heard. The one I did was the live version, but there's the older version that just goes like it. Bop, 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 bop. Da, 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 da. But the one I did, the da, 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 bop, bum, 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 bum. If you can do it, just do it. If you can't do, just do that. Or you can even do or there is a lot of different ways you can voice it. As long as you have that 5 suspended chord, right? That D flat suspended chord. I just wanna thank you. So now I have my major 9, right? I could have this chord. It calls it a 6-9-2. G flat 6-9. Okay. Where's the 6? Oh, okay. That's my 6 and that's the 9. So yeah, that's a 6-9-2. Lord, I just wanna thank you. I think that's the way I did it. Forever. So where does that chord come from? So that's this chord that I'm doing here, right? Or I could do. That sounds even better, right? So it's almost the same idea. And never. Right? So that's this chord that I have here, right? And then instead of the dominant, right? So it would be like da, 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 da. That's a 13 chord, right? Or I could still keep the F sharp on the right hand while I play the B on the left hand. So basically that's a 5-1-4 that I have here. It's almost as if I had, right, let's say a 5-1-4, right, 5 minor to the 1 dominant and 4, right, 5-1-4. So it's sounds so nice. Okay, so forever to the 2. Now you could look at this either as a 4 minor 6, right? The 4, which is a B minor 6, right? Anyways, it can say whatever it wants. Or you could look at it as a 2 minor 7 flat 5. A flat minor 7 flat 5. Okay? But that's a very common chord in gospel, right? Forever fall. That's where it starts to sound I can't find a word to describe that, but it starts to sound a little more, I don't know, R&B, jazzy, I don't know, whatever. So but here normally what I would do for this, so forever for So that would be a minor 7 flat 5, right? I mean, forever. Oh, 3 minor 7. If you done for me. So that's how Lens Day would play it. But that's not how it sounds on the record. On the record here, we have a two major 9, add 9, right? For you've done, oh my, for me, to the 5, right? Or you could do the same 5 sus we did in the beginning, but you could do this, or you could just do this, or you could just do this. I mean, there's a ways. There's a bunch of different ways you could approach it. As long as it sounds right to you. But that's the voicing I picked, so I could transcribe it exactly the same way, because it's on 3 different keys. For me. Da, 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 da. Right, we go back to the beginning. Da, da. Same move. They are same thing here. Right, we're trying to do a 4 major 9 or major 7, whatever it is. Right, you could play a 5. No. I mean a 1 over the 4. It would sound close to the major 9 for major 7, right? Right, that would be the major 7. I add the 9 here. Or I feel like when you have the F sharp on top, it sounds even better. I belong to you. Thank you, G. Now, that same 2, but here instead of playing this chord here, thank you, Jesus, for blessing me. Everything about this song, everything about these progressions are so tasty. Okay, so thank you, G. So that same 2 that we had, and then here, instead of having it go down like this, we have it go up. So it's the same chord. It's the same chord as this, but it's just a half step above, right? So, and then 2, 5, 6, 7. So, instead of going to the they don't want to do anything regular. Instead of going straight to the 1, we have right, but it's rootless though, because they don't have the 1 here. And that's it. We could do this exact chord that we're gonna do later, but just to keep it simple, that's usually how I modulate. So it's the 5 over 4, right? Da 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 da. Same idea. So I'm having a G major 9th. Da, da, da. It's exactly the same things that I'm just moving up. So now instead of having a E major 7, now I'm having a F major 7, and here instead of having a A flat minor, I'm having a A minor, right? Forever or and never. So that's the 4. 4 minor 6 or A minor 7 flat 5. So 4 all, same idea. Now I'm on G, so my 2 major is gonna be A. For all you've done, you've done. So now instead of having the B flat here, now I'm having the actual B for me, and then 5 bar. And then here, the same move that we had. Now we're having it up. So we're having the F sharp quarter chord, which is basically a E suspended chord, open voicing, right? So da 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 da, and then right hand we have, and then to the 1, right? Da da da. Now if you don't wanna do this again, you can do. Woo, woo. That's just as good. So and they all belong to you. Thank you, G. So 2. Now instead of having this again, we're gonna have so now that's the C major on the right hand and the A flat tritone on the left hand, right? And then my 2, 2, 5, 4, drop 2, 5, drop 2. And then here again, instead of going straight to the 1, we're gonna do. And then 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Right, so we're going to the key of A flat. So our 5 is gonna be E flat. So we have the 5 on the left hand and the 4 on the right hand, which is D flat, right? Or if you want, you could do this exact chord that we're about to do, like the sorry, dun, 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 dun. And then I just wanna does it? You could do this quarter chord here, or you could just do the regular major 9th chord. So now what's gonna be my major 7 chord on the left? And for my first key, I had E, and then I had A. So now I'm gonna have F sharp, right? So forever and ever. So that same 4, I'm gonna do the minor 6 for it. For all. So now my 2, which is B flat, right? I'm on the key of A flat, so my 2 is B flat. For all you've done. Now, here's the thing. I'm just gonna give you that trick that I use to visualize what my next move is gonna be from that 2, because this chord that I played, like that's not a chord I'm used to play, but I mean, obviously, if I can hear it, I can play it. If you can hear it, you can play it. So the way I visualize it, let's start back from the key of F sharp, right? I know my 2 already. Now I know what I'm thinking. I'm gonna keep holding that C and then create a tritone from it, right? And then that second note that I'm holding, that's the chord that I'm gonna play. Right? So that's the same thing I did for G. So I'm gonna do the same thing. So from that last note that I'm playing on the right hand, I'm gonna build a tritone from it. That's gonna be G, and then that second note, that's the chord I'm gonna be playing. That's the way I visualize it. Now the cue I have for this is just gonna be the next chord up, right? So for the first one, I did. So I did C on my right hand. So now I know the next one is gonna be C sharp, right? Thank you, Jesus. Right? And then my 2. For blessing me. Right? For now instead of going up, I go down. Da, 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 right? And then here. Now that same note on the end, I hold it. And then I make a quarter chord from it. Right? I'm just giving you the cheat code that I use to remember those. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like lessons tailored to your specific needs, do not hesitate. Reach out. Call me. My number is somewhere on the screen. And I will gladly be your teacher to help you grow in your musical journey. So I'll see you in the next video.